Hello and welcome to Pokemon TCG Center. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel or like us on Facebook from now on. And you can also check the CCG Castle, our official store, who sell the Pokemon cards and merchandise for really nice prices. And you can find the great deals each month. And we also provide you discount codes on your purchases. So also with every purchases, you're getting the points, and with that points, you can redeem them in the future for some discounts or something other. And we also have the latest videos and deck coverage for the Pokemon TCG, and we also do some unboxing, and we will also do a Japanese unboxing in the future. So don't forget to click the YouTube, subscribe, and like us on Facebook so you can stay on with us and the future videos. Hello and welcome to Pokemon TCG Center, Mario with you, and today I have something unusual. Today I will play with the Vileplume Regice deck that I made a couple minutes ago. So basically, I get in my head something like, well, if you can lock your opponent EX Pokemon from attacks, and you know that a lot of players play those EX cards, but what if you can lock him out by playing item cards? Well, you can combine Regice with the Vileplume and you can get pretty good deck. So this is the deck that I made, and you can see it in front of you. So basically I run 2 Shaman EX in it just for the setup in the early game, so I can have turn 1 Regice in play. I have 4 Oddish, 3 Gloom, and 3 Vileplumes with Irritating Pollen, which says each player can play any item cards from his or her hand. Once you're able to play Vileplume from your hand, all you have to do is pretty much play Regice and use Resistance Blizzard for the 70 and prevent your opponent EX Pokemon from attacking. This might be the problem, because if your opponent Lysander you won't be able to retreat, because Vileplume have 3 retreat cost, but I decided to play 2 Flow Stones. So yeah, as fast as you can, just attach Flow Stones to your Oddish, and yeah, pretty much you are safe. 2 level balls to search Oddish and Gloom. With the Forest of the Giant Plant, you will be able to evolve without any problem. 3 Trainer's Mail will help you to look at the top 4 cards of your deck, and you will be able to find those level Ultra Balls. Of course, full Ultra Balls to search your deck, even for the Shaman or for the Regice. This deck will be pretty much enough without Ultra Balls if you play only level and heavy balls, but in that case you won't be able to draw Shaman EX. But yeah, if you decide maybe to play budget version of deck, you can then add 3 heavy balls, 3 level balls, and you can try to tech more acrobikes instead of shamans. 3 Versus Seekers, I don't see the reason for play 4 Versus Seeker in this deck, because if you won't be able to play item cards, 3 of them will be just enough. 1 AZ just to scoop up those shamans later from the game, so your opponent cannot take 2 prizes. 2 Judges, yeah. Once you set up your luck, you can just put your opponent up to the 4 cards and totally prevent him from playing anything. 2 Lysanders, of course, for draw, 2 Birch and 4 Sycamores, and also 2 Team Flare Grunts for discarded energy from opponent active Pokemon, 1 Zero Seek to discard tool or special energy, 3 Forest of the Giant Plants, as I mentioned before, so you can evolve without any problems. 2 Float Stones for the free retreat, 2 Muscle Bands. So with the Muscle Band you can hit for 90 with the Resistant Blizzard and in 2 turns knock out EX. 2 Headringers if you manage to set up them early game, so your opponent will even need to pay more for the attack. 4 Double Colors and 5 water energy in total. So yeah, this is the deck list. Let's try to play and let's see how it will actually work. Okay, so searching for the first opponent. I really don't know how this deck will work. I just made it from my mind. I just think that it can be pretty good, so I won the coin flip and I would like to start first. So yeah, the worst possible scenario is to start with shaming and to draw nothing. And even worse, I need to discard all of those cards from my hand in order to draw a fresh hand of 7, and well, at least there is the float stone, there is the ultra ball, so I will be able to draw one more shaming if I have it. And yes, I have second shaming. So let's go for the 4 more cards. Well, nothing really special, just the Regice, and yeah, pretty much all. I need to pass my turn right now. I start pretty bad, but at least that Milton will not be able to do a lot of damage counters, and I think I'll be able to set up early. Oh, so he just powerful framed me for 10. Okay, pretty interesting. Well, let's go for the Ultra Ball. And for the Glom. So there's the Glom, and I'm ready to go with the Versus Seeker for the Sycamore. And I can get fresh hand of 7, and if there is a Forest of the Giant Plant, which is, there is also a Vileplume, but before I play Vileplume, I will just discard my hand and take the second Regice, but I did a little misplay right now by discarding the Birch Observation, but anyway, it is how it is. And there's the Vileplume, so there is the Lock turn 2 and Sky Return for the 30, and I can easily came in front with the Regice and yeah, lock my opponent from playing item cards, but also lock myself from playing item cards, but I think that's not a huge problem. So there's the Tiara for the 3. Yeah, I can knock out easily next turn that Miltank. Oh, there's the Hammering, so I wouldn't expect that. So let's go for the Shaming for the setup for 3. And yeah, pretty much Resistance Blizzard for the 70. For the first prize in the game. But as I mentioned before, if you cannot play item cards, you cannot pretty much win the game. It's pretty hard to win the game without item cards. And there's another tier for 3. Well, you cannot play ultra balls, level balls, anything. And I totally forgot to attach the energy last turn onto my Regice. So yeah, my opponent just gave me the victory. Let's try to play one more game. Okay, so I want the treasure chest. Will not bother with this at this moment. Let's go to the second game. Okay, so I lost the coin flip. And it looks like I'm gonna start second. But okay, at least decent hand. There's the Headringer, Ultra Ball. Yeah, I have Shaming. I have Level Ball, so I can search my deck for the Vileplume. But on the other side, looks like my opponent played that Metagross deck. And this deck is so strong, so even if you go first, you can attack with that Deoxys EX. And I'm thinking about discarding those two cards in order to find second Shaman. So yeah, I want to play as many Shamans as I can turn 1. Later I can just scoop them out without any problems. So there's the Oddish and the first Shaman. Okay, so there is the Energy and Trainer's Mail for the Forest of the Giant Plants. So that's the card that I would like to take. But there's also a Team Flare Grunt, so yeah. I would rather discard that energy from his Deoxys and draw 5 more cards. So there's the Glum. There is the Bursa Seeker. And the Ultra Ball, and there is the Vileplume. So we have turn 1 Vileplume came into play. And also Regice ready next turn to attack for the 30 or the 70, depend. Even for the 90 or 50, because I have that muscle band attached. And yeah, all my opponent can do is play close encounter and pass the turn. And look at this, there is the... Yeah, I don't even have to play Sycamore. I will just Resistant Blizzard for the 90. But I think that the better option would be if I try to paralyze him, but okay, it is how it is. So he's totally locked out. He cannot play Rare Candy, so he cannot evolve. There's the Float Stone, but I cannot use it. We'll just go with the Sycamore. And we'll just go for the knockout. So yeah, no item cards from the both side, and this game goes pretty fast. Looks like I will have actually second Regice ready to attack next turn. And there's the Metang, and yeah, this looks dangerous at this point, because he'll be able to attack with the Metagross if he'll be able to somehow play him, but I will need to take him down with the Judge, because he have a lot of cards at this moment into his hand, and I just don't want to take a risk Metagross to hit me for a lot of damage counters. Oh, again, I do a misplay. I should again attack him first with the first attack and try to paralyze him, but okay, doesn't matter. I have Lysander next turn ready to take out that Metang from the play. And that's the thing that I should do. There is also the Swirlix. Swirlix and the second Swirlix, so probably he play those Slurpuffs with the tasting, so he can draw even more cards. But yeah, I just don't want to waste the time. Lysander for the Metang and Resistance Blazer for the 90, so I can take the knockout and the second prize. And yeah, this just go pretty easy at this moment. And there's also Zero Seek, so I can even discard the tool or the special energy from one of his Pokemons, or either from my Pokemons in play. So yeah, there's a Slurpuff with the tasting, so he can draw one more card, and there is also the Beldrum. So yeah, I need somehow search my deck for the second Lysander, so I can knock him out again. Okay, only Float Stones, but I can do nothing with them. We'll take the knockout. Okay, so there's the Lysander, not bad. So next turn I can go again for that Beldum and take the knockout. And there's the tasting. Oh, there's a Lysander on the Vileplume. Who would expect that? And I actually don't have any single energy, so I need birch. There's the heads. And there's a double chorus. Yeah, I should probably play at least one Hex Maniacs, even for myself, so I can just attach in the late game that floatstone, so I can just free retreat. Okay, so the second tasting. And my turn. I can retreat on the Regice and take the knockout. So 2 more prize to go. I also have AZ, so I can just scoop up my Vileplume from the play. There's the Beldrum. And even one more Beldrum, okay. So it's my turn, I will just Resistance Blazer again for the 90. So yeah, one more prize left. And there's a Team Flare Grunt, so... Even if he takes the knockout, I will go in front with the Vileplume, so yeah, he can just knock out my Vileplume, take one more prize. Yeah, this will be enough for the knockout, I think. He has a lot of cards in his hand. And this will be like 130, I think. Oh, 340, I'm weak. I forgot about that. Okay, so let's go with the Vileplume. And I have that huge Team Flare Grunt in my hand, so I can just pass turn. And there is one more double colors energy, and this will be 180. Okay, so let's go with the Shaman in the front. So it was pretty easily until he started to attack me. And right now I need somehow to burn my hand. There's the Trainer's Mail for the Zero Seek. Not sure if I would play it. I already have 2 Regice, so I don't really need them. I need energy so I can Sky Return back. Or even better, AZ. Let's take the risk. So how many double colors energy I discarded? So only 2 of them. Yeah, I have Versus Seeker for the Judge next turn. And I will just retreat onto my Regice. We'll bench down one more Regice, we'll burn out this level ball. And yes, let's play Vileplume again. As expected, Tierra for 3. And he still have enough cards, and there's a double color synergy again. For the knockout, that's the 400 damages. What a top deck. What a huge top deck, and there's the huge play. There's a judge for the 4, and he goes down on the 4, and I will just try to paralyze him. And there's a heads. Okay, so he's paralyzed, so 1 turn I'll save. I'm on the 1 prize. I need somehow to get Lysander. Birch for 4. Oh, there's the Lysander for the next turn. But I need to survive 1 more turn. Is there a heads? Oh, 1 more turn it's a head, so yeah, next turn I have victory in my hand with that huge Lysander. So, Resistance Blazer for the knockout. And it's pretty much a victory. So, interesting deck to play, I must say. Also, not expensive deck. You can get pretty much all of these cards, except Shamans for like maybe $30. And yeah, it was pretty fun to play with it, so I hope you enjoy watching this video. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more featured videos. So if you have any questions or comments, just leave below. And yeah, don't forget to like the video if you like it, or dislike if you don't like it, and also don't miss that PlayStation 4 giveaway video that I made. So yeah, stay tuned for the next video, and goodbye.